What is up, you guys? My name is RVZ and welcome to With Arms Wide Open, the memories of Tobias Pose. Now this game is bound to be an emotional one because it was from the same developers of a game I played a couple of weeks ago called No Response, so I would not expect any less from them. Okay, oh goddamn, please don't scare me. Okay, there's a man there. Wait, I hate scary games. So, okay, there's some lights going on. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Why is the man there? Why are lights? What the fuck? Okay. No worries. We'll go see a man. It's a man in... What the fuck are you?
Welcome to With Arms Wide Open, the memoirs of Tobias Pose. This exhibit will take you on a journey through key moments of his life. My name is Pascal. I will be your guide and narrator throughout this life-changing experience.
Alright.
I hope you have a hanky ready. You're going to need it.
Have a what?
Onwards.
Have a what? What the fuck? Okay. So, onwards you say? Onwards to what? What the fuck? Awakening? Is that what you need? Just you need to awaken. There's another man, another statue. This is creepy, but okay. This is the memory of a man, I think.
Today I dreamt that I was flying high above a sea of crimson. I watched as the tide ebbed and flowed, in sync with the beat of my heart. Above me, a dark sky loomed, heavy with the sickening scent of sorrow. Lightning cracked the sky and rain lashed against my skin. Suddenly I was falling, failing. As my face broke the surface of the water, I awoke, or did I?
There's... What the... I was gonna say you fucking died, but... Okay... What the hell? This is so creepy. Is that the bed?
Yesterday's beer sitting atop my copy of Tolstoy's War and Peace called to me. Another day older, another day closer to death. I swallowed a handful of painkillers and reached for my jacket. Grabbed a half-eaten croissant from the fridge and drizzled it with Marmite before heading towards the grimy stairwell. Just a normal day in the life of Tobias Pose.
Really? Well, you got the croissant, so... it's a croissant. Can I... Oh man. It's so creepy that I can... Nani? What the... What the hell? That wasn't there. Oh man, this is... What the fuck? The door's opening. It's just... Ooh, okay. Alright, enduring. Okay. We'll go into endure. Is that... What the fuck is that? Okay.
I hated my job. Kids screaming, cars honking. The polar opposite of what one wants after another night of drinking alone, ad infinitum. I might as well just be a button on a set of traffic lights, I thought to myself bitterly as an irritatingly happy child crossed the road without so much as a thank you. How did I end up here? I was wasting my life. Since birth, I'd dreamed of being an actor, my name plastered on billboards across the globe. Instead I was here, no more than a shepherd of children.
Yeah? Purpose. Oh. How did you find... Oh, you found love?
Everything changed the moment we locked eyes through the dense fog of the jazz club. On the small stage, a saxophonist wailed a soulful G-flat. B sharp. Back to G. Maybe the music was getting to me, but I felt like I could see into her soul, the color of her memories, the taste of her hopes and dreams. I went over. Looks like you could do with another drink, I said as I poured her near full glass into a plant pot. She smiled at me wryly. Looks like it. 2 cranberry and cokes, please, I said with an assertive snap of the fingers. And whatever this beautiful woman is having.
Okay. So you were dating. Where am I supposed to go now? Okay, revival. Alright. Alright. Is that the boat? What is that? Is that the
Those
Titanic?
early days were a heady haze. I'd never felt such unadulterated joy. We did everything and yet nothing at the same time. Time stood still yet flew, our relationship a paradox. We were Jack and Rose, aboard a sinking ship in the ocean of love. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Never had something so aptly encapsulated the storm of emotion raging in my soul.
Yeah, that's the Titanic reference. This is weird. This is really, really weird, but okay, conception. You're lying down
One
looking
night
at
we
the
lay side by side on a hill at the city outskirts, basking in the exquisite glow of the stars. You know, a wise man once said that every star in the sky represents a life that has ever lived, or ever will. That's a nice thought. Was
Lion
that
King.
Plato? She asked playfully. No, better. It was me. I said with a laugh, lunging at her. We rolled down the hill. We came to a stop, the damp grass of the graveyard tickling the back of my right knee. She looked down at me, a smile forming, moonlight flooding her eyes. She'd never looked so beautiful. Let's have a baby.
Oh. That was a Lion King reference, by the way. That the... At least I think. I remember hearing that from the Lion King, that the stars are meant to be... Well, back then it was animals, but yeah, it's people. People that lived before. The frame rate is really bad on this one, though. What the hell? Okay, what's going on?
They say that one's wedding day should be the happiest day of their life.
But she's pregnant.
Maybe it would have been if I wasn't so worried about Tara giving birth halfway down the aisle. Evening came and we were left alone in the apartment, a relief, truth be told, after a day of repetitious niceties from forgotten relatives. You know what I really want, she said, fixing me with a serious expression. McDonald's. We grabbed our jackets and wellies, threw them on top of our wedding attire and headed out into the blizzard. We got some peculiar looks, but we didn't care. That was just what the baby ordered, she sighed contentedly after polishing off her chicken legend. We sat in silence, enjoying our newfound weddedness. After slurping at the remains of her banana milkshake for what seemed like an eternity, she looked me in the eye. Tobias. I think I have a name for our son. What's that? Donald.
What? What? No. What? Okay, okay, this is weird. Donald? What? Why Donald? What the? What fuck? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Okay, alright.
There's not enough room for it here. It's too long. Tara was becoming frustrated. We'd been trying to build the cot all damn night. I couldn't say what I was really thinking, so instead took a deep breath and calmly said, "Why don't you go and lie down, do a crossword? This is a manly job for a manly man."
Manly man.
"Then who's going to do it?" she quipped. A sick burn, indeed. 2 hours and 18 minutes later, my work was complete. "You can open your eyes now. Voila." She looked at my handiwork with a despairing smile. "Tobias, it's lovely, but it's back to front."
Oh, you fucked up, boy. You fucked. No, I came from here. What? Oh, you awakened. Yeah, you fucked up, boy. You gotta put that back together. You forgot the IKEA instructions, I guess, and reawakened. Was it? Okay.
The moment Donald burst forth into this world, I was immediately struck by his resemblance to myself. Same eyes, hair and general demeanor. As I held him in my hand, I felt a sense of pride rush through me like electricity. He was perfection incarnate, and I would do anything to protect him until the day I, or he, died. Sure. Don't cry, my child. You are here now. Tara gave a weak, sweaty smile. 2 hearts had become 3, a couple of family, but as one we remained.
Okay. I got a bad feeling about this. Respite. Okay. Why are you... Oh, that's
Raising
escape.
a child can be tough. Sometimes, when things became too much, I would go out for some air. Literally. While other fathers might have drowned their sorrows at the pub, I had put the devil's drink behind me. No, instead I had found a different way to unwind. Skateboarding. Whenever I felt stressed, I'd hop on my board and cruise down the road, feel the wind in my beard, and everything, albeit briefly, would be alright with the world.
Okay. Ambition. I don't know what's going on anymore, but okay.
Years flew by. Before we knew it, Donald was about to start school. "What do you want to be when you grow up, son?" I asked him. "I want to be just like you, Daddy," he replied. "Gee son, that's great. But what about a job? It's never too soon to start planning." "I wanna be a..." He looked to the sky. A distant airplane caught his eye. "A pilot. My son, a pilot." I liked the thought of that. Part of me began to think that maybe I should have been one. I hadn't really seen much of the world, after all. I stood up. "Well, what are you waiting for? Let's fly," and with that we took off, running through the tall grass with arms wide open. The cool breeze rushed against my face. In that moment, I was a plane, flying, fast, free, fabulous.
Well, that's cute. Wish I could have been a pilot as well. That's something I would like to be. Well, not now, I guess. That's pretty much
Donald
impossible
was a
for me.
natural actor. Sure, his role, Scarecrow, was a minor one, but he made it his own. I looked on proudly, a face in the darkened crowd. That boy's going to go far, I thought to myself. Pilot, actor, drug dealer, I didn't care, I would support him, whatever choices he made in life. "That's my son," I whispered to the elderly gentleman wearing a poncho next to me. He's the most remarkable scarecrow I ever did see, you mark my words. His ability to stand still is uncanny, he gushed in a thick Cornish accent. Tara and I smiled a satisfied smile at one another. For all the difficult times parenthood brought, it was worth it for moments like these.
Okay, fair enough. Balance. Oh no, why is this red? What the hell?
That night, I had a dream, a nightmare. I was walking along a tightrope high in the sky, equidistant between two buildings. In one hand, I held a sleeping baby, in the other, a lollipop sign. The moon crumbled and within it a skull emerged. I wondered what it could mean.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Get me out of here. What the hell? Premonition. Whoa. Okay. List is not ready. It should be fine. I think that's a boat.
When Donald was 10, we went on holiday to the Cotswolds. We hadn't been anywhere for a while, since he'd been born as a matter of fact. As we walked along the harbour wall, an old man spied us and handed us a leaflet for boat hiring on the old lake. Can we go, Dad? Can we? Can we? Can we? Gee son, I don't know. I replied, concerned about the safety of hiring a boat from a strange old man. Well, I think it's an excellent idea, chimed in Tara. You two men can catch us some fish and I can get some peace and quiet to do some crosswords. The next thing I knew, Donald and I were drifting out onto the lake, the waving silhouette of Tara growing ever smaller on shoreline.
Oh. What the hell? What's the color here? That was weird, but okay.
It all happened so fast.
What?
Donald got his line stuck on a plastic bag. The next thing I knew he was in the water. I spun around wildly, unable to spy him in the murky water. Donald. Donald. I yelled, desperation in my voice. His head reared from the water, spluttering, but only for a moment. He'd never been a strong swimmer. I did the only thing a father in that situation could do, removed my shoes and dived into the water. I couldn't swim well either, but if I could just make my way to him. Everything else was a blur. I grabbed Donald and threw him towards the shore, moments before the water consumed me. As liquid and seaweed filled my lungs, I sunk to the bottom of the fairly deep lake. I could see the dappled sunlight dancing on the surface through the trees above. I saw Tara's moonlit eyes, Donald's outstretched arms flying through the air. I saw myself riding my bike. Look, Mum, no hands. I saw myself lying in the snow, making angels. A million moments fluttered through my mind, a butterfly kaleidoscope of brilliant gold. Then, nothing.
Okay. Let's move on, I guess. Yeah.
As I looked down at my funeral from the sky above, I reflected on my existence, what it had meant, what purpose I had served. I smiled and thought back to my life before Tara and Donald, The man I was then, sad, alone, existing each day only to reach the next. How fortunate I was to have had them, no matter how briefly. I looked to the distant cityscape and wondered how many people out there felt like I had, whether the joy in this universe outweighed the suffering. I looked to the distant church where we were married. I looked to the hill where Tara and I had conceived Donald, the McDonald's where we'd named him, the skate park I had broken my arm. This life might not have been perfect, but sometimes perfection comes from the imperfections. The meaning of life isn't to ponder the meaning of life, I realized, no, the meaning of life is to live. The good, the bad, the terrible. Every shade, no matter how disconcertingly dark, no matter how blindingly bright. Soak it all in, like a sponge, before the puddle of consciousness dries up. Donald looked up towards the sky. I could see his mind, his soul, and he could see mine. He pointed to the sky. A plane flew overhead, its contrail an ellipsis on the epilogue of my life. Look, Mum, it's Dad. He's up there, he's with the birds and planes now.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, I expected something like that, but fly high, Dad, Donald. Thanks for playing. If you'd like to experience more weird stories. Okay. Yeah. What can I say? This was expected from a game like this, with this atmosphere, this sad music, the narration, but it was a really good story actually. I guess what we can take from this is that just enjoy life as much as you can, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So yeah. Anyway guys, I'm gonna leave this video here. Let me know what are your thoughts on this experience in the comment section below. If you actually enjoyed the video, give it a like, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And as always, I hope to see you again.